If you inherit a huge fortune but only see a dilapidated house, don't expect a millionaire vibe. The car just stops. A pack of dogs jumps out like they knew they were coming, followed by an old sow rushing over. Charlie and his mom head over to the lake, finally finding the two old-timers fishing. Did you find one? Clearly, the pair weren't keen on meeting their so-called distant relative. But Mom persisted, and the two old-timers reluctantly agreed to look after Charlie for a few days. As they leave, Mom adds, "Don't forget why you're here, hurry up." And off she zooms, leaving Charlie standing there, utterly confused. The old men seem unresponsive, but a piglet greets him warmly. Charlie finds there's no TV or phone here. Charlie is shocked. Just then, a car pulls up, and a guy calling himself a stockbroker comes over to pitch his amazing investment. But these two old-timers cut him off and shoot first. No sales pitch allowed. The flyers get blown to bits, and the guy quickly makes his escape. That afternoon, numerous salespeople arrived, only to be chased away by the two old men with guns. Seeing them drink cold beer, Charlie understood. This is their way of passing time. With no spare rooms, Charlie gets stuck staying in the attic for the night. He's a bit scared, but has no choice. The attic is dusty, and he can't settle down, tossing and turning. He starts missing his mom and doubts the validity of the rumors. Just then, he spots a key on the floor, next to an old chest. Could the secrets of the pyramids be hidden in here? Charlie opens the chest only to be deeply disappointed to find it full of sand. Buried beneath it is an old yellowed photo of a woman. Charlie wonders who she is when suddenly there's a noise outside. He sees the old man sneaking outside and follows out of curiosity. To his surprise, the man is fencing with a plunger by the lake. Is he sleepwalking? Charlie and a gaggle of dogs are left slack-jawed, and they end up snoozing by the lake until dawn. Just like that, Charlie's first night goes. The old man wakes up grumbling about his brand new mattress, wondering why he still has back pain. During breakfast, Charlie can't help but ask, "Where did you two disappear for the past few decades?" The two old men reply in unison, "Nothing worth mentioning." Their eyes seem to hide a secret, and after breakfast, more relatives show up. Subtitles, clearly, they are after the inheritance, with Charlie seen as a rival. A woman says she knows Charlie's mom and doubts she'll return. She suggests sending Charlie to an orphanage, but the old man states it's his decision to make. Charlie eavesdrops outside, angrily stomps on the bespectacled man, and runs to a payphone several kilometers away. He calls his mom's workplace, crying, but all he gets is, "Sorry, no one by that name." It hits him like a ton of bricks. He's been dumped by his mom again. Earlier, she sent him to an orphanage. The two old men found Charlie at dusk. They asked Charlie's future plans. He points to Montana, unable to find his mom. But he doesn't want to go back to the orphanage. The old man gently comforts him, suggesting they wait until morning to head out. The old man, however, is quite straightforward, insisting that the child's decision should be respected, and upon hearing this, Charlie prepares to march out. The older man tries to ease Charlie down a bit, asking him to stay a few more days to deal with their annoying relatives. Subtitles, Charlie finally agrees to go back with them temporarily. The next day, they await the salesman as usual, while Charlie sips cold soda and the relatives watch helplessly. The salesman surrenders right off the car with a white flag, but the old men still won't drop their guns. Charlie rises, saying, "Hey, he's already surrendered. At least let's see what he's selling." More money lying around is just wasted paper, the old man mused, finding some wisdom in that, so he decides to give the salesman a chance. The salesman doesn't disappoint, pulling out the trendiest frisbee launcher, claiming it's a toy for the elite. First, he starts it by hand, then shoots the frisbee, intriguing the old man, who decides to buy it immediately. Meanwhile, relatives, seeing its danger, rush the kids away. The deal is a win-win, then they go to the lake, with Charlie launching the frisbee. The two old-timers shoot at it, and that night Charlie pulls out the photo from earlier, curious about the woman's story. Meanwhile, the old man is sleepwalking by the lake. Charlie attempts to wake him, but is interrupted by the old seller, who whispers, "Don't wake a dreamer, trouble may follow." He tells Charlie not to be deceived by the old man's aged look. He was a great fighter in his youth. His sleepwalking stems from missing his beloved Molly. Charlie is curious about their past, and the old man picks up the tale, starting a legendary story that begins in 1914. Back then, the two brothers were barely over 20 and planned to travel to Europe for new experiences, only to land in the middle of a war. Timescale times acute micro o grofaver startup e hoff o acute e acta sense e times lo o circumflex e acute cyrillic letter 4 bb e amount o grof letter 2 bb acute u grof cellular hoff sense e acute letter 3 not sign plus or minus e o a 0 u acute 3/4 u umlaut ish pant. In Africa, they encountered dangerous battles. The old man's wit always saved his friend. Afterwards, the friend chose to travel on, while the old man stayed. The old man seemed born for war, successfully rescuing many slaves, one of whom was a princess maid. After returning, she told the princess a rescue tale, making her instantly admire the brave crane and vowed to meet him. The story pauses here. Charlie returns to bed, gazing at the woman's photo, increasingly curious about what follows. The next day, Charlie got a letter from his mum asking first if he'd found the gold. Time zero, Charlie feels dejected after seeing this. The spending, triggered by the frisbee launcher, has soared, including a pack of vegetable seeds. Subtitles: potatoes, tomatoes, cabbages, you name it. These two elderly men, well never found, want to try gardening. But as their plants start sprouting, they finally realize something's off. Everything's corn.